Okay, I can hear that now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Okay.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I didn't do anything. What'd you do? Fancy your ass is here.
Yeah, shut up.
It's not like you haven't had anything going on.
Nothing at all.
Cheers. Oh, look
Cheers.
at that. That looks yummy. And
Freaking-
is it a Mount Olive jar?
It absolutely is, because my other one, my smaller one, was in the dishwasher. So, I figured 2 years, 2 shots,
That is fucking hilarious. I love it. Oh my God. I was almost wondering if it was going to be like a dirty martini or something,
Oh no, it's a margarita.
Yeah. Oh, that's like perfect size. Look at that. Don't forget the straw's got to go in your mouth. Just kidding.
As opposed to up my
your
nose.
Yeah, jinx.
Yeah.
How goes it?
It goes.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment in my life.
That's
but
okay.
It's good. It's good. Work is good. Thank God. Much better.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Last time I talked to you, you were selling your house.
Oh yeah, well that's not happening at the moment. Okay, so the buyer, who happens to also be a realtor here in the great Sunshine State, I could blast him, but I won't. I'll choose not to.
No,
I don't want to give him any creds.
We're gonna stay classy,
if that's what you want to call it. But I might use some, inappropriate words to describe this douchebag, but because that's exactly what he is. So anyways, he's a realtor in this area, and he and his wife, oh, I love the house, we want the house, so after pushing it back a couple times, and then moving it up, to accommodate them in the sale of their house, they happen to live in the same neighborhood. 2 days before closing, we had already found a house that we were going to buy. Put a deposit down. I paid for the inspection. Everything was perfect. It checked out. Everything was perfect about this other house. For us, I don't want to say it was perfect, because it wasn't brand new, but everything was perfect about it for our situation. And the fucker backed out 2 days before closing.
Oh shit, dude. That sucks.
Tried to come up with every excuse in the freaking book. The HOA didn't approve his application. It's like, dickhead, you already live in the community.
Right.
And you're a realtor.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't in the cards, right? It wasn't
I just kind of feel
universe.
like, I feel like at first everything lined up so perfectly. Like we got everything that we asked for, full price offer. They were willing to do the lease back. They weren't even going to charge us for leasing it back.
Yeah.
It was like perfect. They sold their home, they were closing in the right amount of time. So everything was perfect. We found what we wanted, exactly what we wanted. That was a whole ordeal, but everything was great. Then all of a sudden, like just the freaking rug gets swept right out from underneath you unexpectedly, totally unexpected.
Okay, well, first of all, they are not in this community anymore, right? They sold their place.
They sold their place, and
they left. Okay, so
they left.
Bye. We don't need your bad vibes. And then the other thing, right? And then the other thing is that like it feels like the universe is telling you that you need to stay put. And you might not know that. I know it's woo-woo of me, but I feel like you don't know why. But like when something like that major happens, it's so severe. Right. It has to make you stop and pause for a second.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know. I tend to like lean towards maybe the house that we were going to buy floods during the rainy season because flood insurance was a requirement. So I'm like, maybe I'd need my kayak after all.
You're so doom and gloom.
I'm just trying to make myself feel better.
Okay. I think you might never know, but you have to believe that it was probably for the best, and better things will come when the time is right to sell the house. If that's what you end up doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And your number 2 has friends in the neighborhood and friends at the school, and
that's my
she's
main
almost
thing.
Out of the elementary school too, right? So
yeah, my whole thing was we put the house back on the market, immediately after. And, we've shown it a few times, but nothing really stuck. And it's kind of hard because we actually live in the house. So it's very hard to accommodate people that want to see it in the middle of the day, especially because we've got Cujo, who doesn't like people.
Wait, what? You don't have a second home somewhere else? And, you're
No.
only here during the winter months? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, contrary to what people believe about people that reside in this area.
Right. I'm just joking. Yeah.
No, I know. I mean, I'm like rare, I guess, because most people that live in this area do have a second home up north, but
Not me.
I'm the
Not
minority.
yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
I've become a starving artist. We'll talk about that later.
So I don't know. I mean, needless to say, my ex is not thrilled with this whole situation.
What you gonna do? You can't make everybody happy, I guess. I mean,
no, I mean, my
hands.
priority is my kids, number one and number two. Even though number one is technically an adult, she still needs assistance. She's still in school, even though she works, but she's still in college. I mean, she is having a hard time paying for school for this coming semester. So, of course, obviously I'm going to have to let her charge up one of my cards or something to get it done. But I mean, it is what it is. And that's what you do when you're a parent. You have to provide, you have to do what you got to do to take care of, your responsibilities. And that's where I'm at. And I think probably it's in the best interest of my, number two to stay here for her 5th grade year, even though the other parent doesn't necessarily agree with it. But he's got his own motivation and that's on him.
Yeah. Honestly,
you can't do anything.
We transitioned. I mean, really, you got to find the right period to transition. When we moved down here, my first was going into 7th grade, and I felt like 6th grade we were okay, but I felt like if we got closer and to finishing middle school and then moving into high school, it was going to be too late for us to move anywhere. So that was like a good transitional period for him, and it worked out okay. But I mean, really, maybe if you guys do, what I'm saying is maybe middle school is a better transitional period of time, and maybe the stars will align and
everything will work out.
By the way, I don't know, we're here like for 2 years. I mean, I know you've been MIA for a while, so we might as well cheers again. I know we got all serious there real
cheers
quick.
For 2 shots.
2 shots
for 2 years.
I've had lots of shots in the last 2 years, just so we're saying, just so we're clear.
Oh, good.
Lots of Tito's.
Yeah, lots of Tito's.
Have you tried
Tito's? The Deep Eddy? Do you ever drink that?
I have had Deep Eddy. I like Deep Eddy. And there's also like 3 Olives, and there's actually a Florida vodka or distillery that maybe that's the 3 Olives. I'm not sure, but I like vodka. I enjoy it. So
yeah,
clearly I enjoy it.
You think? My sister had the Deep Eddy grapefruit flavor.
Oh, yum.
And I mean, it tasted okay, but I don't know. It didn't agree with me. I think it gave me a headache. Yeah. I mean, it tasted good, but it gave me a headache. So
you got to be careful. You got to figure out like what it was made of, like what kind of grain or potato or what it was made of. I will.
They say that it's the same maker as Tito's, but it's just under a different name.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to write that down. My new favorite drink is like a grapefruit and basil, so it's like you've got the fruity, but it's like a sharp fruit. And then it's a little bit savory.
Earthy, yeah.
I like the craft cocktails. So, yeah. Well, I'm excited that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. I know it's been like kind of a long time coming.
Well, I think the last time that I was here, we were with number one.
Oh my God, that's
Mia.
right. That's right. Okay. Yeah. I thought I was like trying to remember when you were here last, and then
it was a month or so. Couple months, 2 months maybe. I think so. When did we do that?
I don't know. Like at the beginning of the summertime, I think it was. Honestly, like so much has happened in the last. Like I feel like time has just gone like that.
Well, I saw Mia and her brother. They came down.
Oh, cool.
They came down to take my Special K to lunch for her birthday. It was very sweet. It was so nice. Sweet. Yeah.
Oh, that's super sweet. Speaking of birthdays, my number 3's birthday is coming up, and I have no idea what to do for him. I'm almost to the point where I don't even want to buy toys. Like toys are out, like they're too old for toys.
Mm-hmm.
Like but the grown-up kid toys that they want is way out of my pocket budget right now. Like I can't afford it. And I'm a starving artist now, like legit starving artist. So it's like they're
good thing you don't eat.
Stop it. I've been eating and drinking all summer long. I've been traveling all over the place.
Eating olives.
Shit. I swear, like when you travel, it's like, and then also I haven't been cooking a lot. Like the beginning of the summer I was sick, and then we've been traveling. We traveled to Lido Key and back, and then we went up to Michigan for a big chunk of time. First time I've been back to Michigan in 3 years since COVID. And since we started the podcast, I've been meaning to go back to Michigan every summer. I've had plane tickets for 3 years, and we finally made it up there. And I have to tell you, I miss Michigan summers. I forgot how much I miss Michigan summers. It's so fucking hot down here. I love to sweat. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't mind sweating, but like the heat starts and it just keeps building and building and building and building. And it gets so hot down here. So
freaking hate it.
But it was so great to be up in Michigan. It was nice to see my brother. It was nice to see my 2 nephews and niece, my sister-in-law, and well, you know how she is. Anyways, and it was, she really did a great job. She really had everything set up for each of the kids.
Oh, I'm sure.
Everyone was comfortable. She bought like a ton of pillows for all of us because she knows we love having, each of us sleeps with like 5 pillows each,
Nice.
So she, so she really went out of her way. But it was really nice to wake up in the morning that they have a big house, way bigger house than we have. And it's like a big Michigan home, so there's like a basement, there's an upstairs, a middle, and a basement. So people can just spread out.
Right.
And it was nice to be able to wake up in the morning and just grab a cup of coffee and like sit out on their front porch,
nice.
and
what's the weather like in the morning?
Sweat. Not
wet.
Sweat. I was not sweating. I was not sweating.
You're not sweating.
I was not sweating from drinking coffee and the sun beating down on me. It was just, there's green trees and green grass, and it's like cool and it's just comfortable,
Right.
It was a little hotter than normal for most summers, but we packed a lot in. So,
it's, what is it? Global warming.
Oh my God, whatever. I mean, okay. I mean, that's going to happen anyways, but let's not get into that.
Oh, come on. You don't want to talk Al Gore.
No, no, I do not.
His fuckery.
I purposely avoid politics and the news. If you have been listening for 2 years, you will know that I do not fucking like politics or the fucking news.
They're all full of shit. And
oh my God, everything
sucks. And it's just good times.
Fucking world's going into a hell in a hand fucking basket, like super fast.
Yeah.
It's too depressing. I was depressed before and now it's even more depressing. So I just avoid it.
Well, like I told my number one, because she was having a hard time yesterday about school and the cost of it, and her student loan and her grants are only going to cover certain things, and she's going to have to take out a student loan that charges interest. And I didn't go to college, so I don't know the ins and outs of all of that, so I can't really speak intelligently on it. All I know is that she was very stressed. So I told her, I said, look, you're going to get through it. Take the day, be butthurt about it, be upset, whine about it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, get over it, because you can't do anything about it. It is what it is. We'll work it out. We will figure it out. She's like, I'm just going to quit school. I'm like, over my dead body.
Yeah.
You will not. Absolutely freaking not. You will not be quitting school.
I'm curious. I'm curious. The job that she's currently working at, some companies do offer opportunities to pay for, certain high schooler. He's like, everything sucks. And I'm like, okay.
Well, he's at that age where everything does suck.
I know.
Because whatever. It's like, I don't like my parents. They're cringy. My brothers are annoying.
He's coming back around. He's giving me hugs again. So that's good.
Well, that's nice. What did you do?
I don't know. I just played it cool for a minute. I stopped lecturing him for like a hot second and gave him some space, I guess. I don't know. I have to tell you, I have right before we came on tonight, I did some breath work. And I know
you said that you were all sweaty. What kind of breath work was that you were actually doing to make you all sweaty?
Well, I was sweaty from walking the dogs, and then, it's hot down here. So, and I needed to wash my face, but I do breath work with Sabrina, and we've had her on the podcast. I don't think you were a part of that particular episode. It's not in your wheelhouse. It's not something you're interested in.
You make me sound like a snob. Whatever.
I mean, it wasn't like death and blood and destruction and police sirens. So,
what up?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Oh, remind me to tell you about a show that you should watch, but you probably won't. But okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, So anyways, I lately I've been missing something, not just you podcasting with me, but also this is how I put that in there. but I've been missing something lately and I couldn't put my finger on it. And then she emailed me and said, hey, you got 2 credits left on, your breathwork sessions. Do you want to come tonight? And then we've got another one in August and I'm changing my program. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. So I'd already committed to, podcasting with you, but I wanted to do breathwork. And I had the best session ever. It was exactly what I needed. And I feel like, just like with your house, I feel like the universe provides, you know what I'm saying? If you're open
Mhm.
to it and if you take a minute to just, accept it. So
Right.
I like messaged her and just said, this is exactly what I needed, and I'm super happy about it. And I think I'm going, but I was sweaty and I had cried too. Like I had, cried during the breathwork session, which is normal.
Right.
And I had yawned, but I
You
guess
yawned.
what
Were you
else?
bored?
No,
Just
and my
kidding,
whole
I'm just
body was
kidding.
vibrating. No, it's
Really?
yeah, yawning with breath work and that kind of stuff, the spiritual healing stuff is more of like a release.
Mhm.
But my body was vibrating, and I will tell you, the one message I got was, "I am a badass. I am a badass."
What?
We're gonna stop the recording right now.
I know, mic drop.
Am a badass, and so that was a pretty revolutionary, cool thing that came through, and I just needed to
Nice.
hear that. Yeah. So anyways, speaking of, I forgot where I was going to go with that shit. Oh, starving artist. I
Yes.
have launched my business. I am officially a voice actor with a voiceover business.
So what have you done that we would know? Tell us, should we listen? Tell us where to listen. Are you commercials?
I am doing commercials. I'm on several production company rosters. One I've been working with for a little bit, and I've been getting regular work. So, and I don't know if I can say the regular clients. I don't think I can announce it, but I'm getting regular clients, which is awesome. I'm getting regular.
Like Trojan?
Yeah.
With their sexy, raspy voice.
Right. I wish.
Trojan
Oh my God.
man.
Trojan. Hey, Trojan, if you need a voiceover,
yeah,
here I am.
Right.
Sign me up. I don't know, but I've been doing that, and then I got my first gig on a pay-to-play site that I've launched my career on, and I
that sounds raunchy.
A pay-to-play.
Yes.
That's the voiceover lingo, just so you know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm not judging, and I know, but it sounds.
I'll name a few, like voices, backstage.
Better than backdoor.
Oh my God. So I definitely and then there's a couple direct booking sites that I applied for and was accepted on, and I won a contest, and then from that contest I won a commercial. I got a commercial.
Wait, what contest? Was it the 13-second contest?
No, it wasn't the 13 seconds. I know. The thing is a lot of times they say that when you audition, if you do it regularly and you start getting shortlisted, which is what's happening to me. I regularly audition.
Just give this bitch a chance, because she's not gonna leave us alone. So the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Yes, exactly. But I'm still waiting for the fucking oil to hit me, because I am seriously. What was that one show that you used to watch when back in the day where with the oil, where they're all
Dallas?
where they're all poor, and they were on like a I'll remember it later and put it in the show notes. Where they struck oil. It's like a 80s.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Yes, that's what I am. I'm like, I need to strike
Allie Mae Clampett.
I need to strike some fucking oil, some voiceover oil. So right? I'm working on it. Yeah,
I need to strike some freaking Mega Millions oil.
Yeah, right. I heard
800 and what is it? 815 million tonight.
I don't know, but the man babe texted me when I was flying home from Michigan, back to the Michigan situation, and he's like, it's like 777, and I'm like, buy 7 fucking lotto tickets, because 7 is a very strong number. So anyways,
yeah,
I gotta get you another 3 cup. Did you?
I did. I know. Where's my? Oh, here, let me show it.
It's ruined.
Let me show it just for chaos, for the sake of chaos.
Okay, yeah. While you're getting your cup, just really quickly, you can grab it. I can tell everybody else.
Yeah.
I actually updated our merch. Yeah, she just walks away. I updated our merch store. So if you want to buy some chaos, I updated our merch store. So I was saying, if you want to buy some more chaos, I dialed it. I dialed it in. And we have a Keeping Up with Chaos tank top. So I ordered one. That's lovely.
I was so pissed.
By the way, these are the tall cups, and it doesn't wrap all the way around, which
I love this cup.
It's the best.
This is my go-to because I put ice in it in the morning, and that way by the afternoon, after my cold bottle of water is gone and I drink my coffee at work, I can fill it up with something that I want to drink that may not be cold. And the ice is just like, there's the water. You don't dump, it doesn't melt.
Yeah. These are the best. These are really awesome. I also updated our merch store, which with some tumblers, like little tumblers if you like wine or if you're gonna go to the beach or whatever, and some glassware. So, and a tank top. So I'm pretty excited about that. But anyways, I mean, we're not for profit, but like it would be nice to offset the cost of
so buy something so that it just doesn't lose money.
This is what I told the man babe. It's like if I was sailing or I don't know, if I played golf, like podcasting is kind of like a hobby, right? It's like a fun hobby that I do where if you golf or if you sail or if you play tennis, you're going to have to pay for lessons. You're going to have to pay for equipment and gear and that can add up. But podcasting is my hobby. So it's fun. And I'm using it for your
voiceover.
For voiceover. Yes. I'm using
it's practice because you can flap your trap.
Yeah. It's improv. That's what it is. Right. And it's interview skills.
Don't say that because I'm going to shut down. Remember, no pressure.
Oh God.
When we were on here with Ian and it was a complete failure.
No, stop it. I've been trying to get.
It was fun though.
By the way, Ian is a voice actor now. He's got his demo. I've been trying to get him back on. We are part of a social group now. So as soon as things settle down, because everybody's got fucking something going on, right?
Oh,
That's the whole point of having this podcast, is that life is chaos. Chaos is life, whether it's little or big or medium or small, like it's your fucking chaos. And if you just talk about it and share it, sometimes it normalizes it or makes you feel a little bit better. Or maybe you can cry a little bit easier, or maybe you can laugh a little bit harder. I don't know, but
I say hold it for a day. Hold it for a day. After that, let it go. Because all it's going to do is just stress you out. It's going to eat away at you. So just if you have to dwell on it, then keep it for a day and then let it go.
I like that.
Especially if you can't change it.
You know what? I wish you had said that to me. I wish that you come on the podcast a little bit more often. Two, I wish that you had said that to me.
Tell me when you're recording because you stopped telling me.
Well, you haven't been available. So
and you've been traveling. So I didn't know.
My God.
You were recording out of town, weren't you?
No, I wasn't actually. We were on vacation. We were on vacation. We went on a podcasting vacation.
So if you want to talk about chaos.
What?
You heard my number one texted you freaking out about the dog sitting gig next door.
She is so funny. The thing is that, okay, she texted me and she's just like, can you help me get this out of the carpet? We're talking cat pee, people. And I was like, there was no sugarcoating it. I was like, there's no fucking coming back from cat pee. Like cat pee, no. You're done. And when cats get pissed and they pee,
they literally piss.
They literally piss, and they mean business. Like pissness.
Like, pissness. I think we found our title.
Yeah, pissness.
We mean pissness.
We mean pissness. I mean, honestly, like, I'm gonna write that down.
Pissness.
And I felt bad, but and I also told her, I was like, listen, when our neighbor next door, she's real straight to the point too, so and that's another thing too. When you're texting someone or you're emailing somebody, it's way different than calling someone on the phone or talking face to face, because you can't overread into stuff
unless you're texting with me. And then you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask so and so.
Or you don't get texted at all and you know where you're coming from.
No, that means that could mean anything. That could mean any number of things. Like I started texting back and I got distracted because somebody called me, and then I'm like, oh shit, I thought I responded and I didn't. That happens all the time. You're not alone.
I know. I know. I don't take it personal anymore. I have a friend of mine in voiceover who literally said to me, when you have ADHD or ADD or whatever it is, like if I will,
it freaking sucks.
I will mean to respond to you. I will think I've responded to you and then go back weeks later and realize that I never did shit. And like,
right. And you're like, I'm a freaking loser.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm sort of generalizing that whole thing, but like, I'm not quoting him, but I mean, and it makes sense.
I'm just saying I'm a loser.
No, you're not a loser. Stop it. Stop it.
It's funny. Speaking of ADHD, not to change the subject, but like, I saw something interesting on TikTok because there's a lot of TikTok videos where people that have ADHD and they're like promoting, I think, like therapy and shit like that. But somebody said something interesting. I don't mean it literally like shit, like it's shit
like that.
Yeah. But so she was talking about how little things that she picked up, having ADHD, little tricks that she learned that help her stay focused, because she said as soon as she walks through the door, if she takes her shoes off, it's all over. Like production just stops. So she has to keep her shoes on if she wants to keep moving and to accomplish things. Like if she's got housework to do or cooking or whatever, keep your shoes on. Like it's just like little things. Okay. It's like little things like that make a difference. Yeah. And like when you get up in the morning, and don't stop. Just like hit the shower. And that's pretty much what I do during the day. Like I hit the shower and as soon as I wake up in the morning, and then it's like go until I come home. And then I'm like, then I take the shoes off, and then it's all downhill from there. I'm like,
you know what? I would say, like, in my mind, I'm thinking I would need house shoes because I don't think I'd want to walk around my house.
I know,
like the outdoor shoes. Cause like, I
don't even care. My carpet's already fucked. So
I know, but I'm just thinking like allergens and germs and like, that kind of stuff, but whatever.
So you're killing your immune system by killing all the germs.
Yeah. You could have some house shoes, like right by the front door, slip off your to-go shoes and slip on your house shoes. But that's interesting because my sister-in-law pointed out something to me that I thought was really interesting. My nephew did not have anything hung up in his closet. Okay. And my youngest stayed in his room when we stayed there because everybody had their own room, which was fantastic. So kudos to my sister-in-law for setting us up for our trip. But she had cubbies, like a big cubby thing that you would find at Target. And there weren't like baskets in the cubbies. They were just open. It was open. And each cubby held like a different article of clothing, like socks, underwear, shirts. And nothing was folded neatly. Okay. But everything was right there at her son's fingertips. And so she told me, she's like, you should buy cubbies, take everything out of your middle's closet and just put in cubbies and just have them throw. This one's label it, socks, underwear. Yeah. Shorts, bathing suit, just throw it in there. Like, who cares?
Whatever works.
Because I had a dresser for him and I didn't care. I was like, just throw it in there. Don't fold it. I don't care. Like, I can't waste time folding, myself. But like the action of opening up the drawer, finding which drawer to put the shit in, even putting shit in hangers is too much for him. He can't do it. So yeah. We're in the process of updating his room because we split the younger one in the middle. They were sharing a room for a very long time. And now he's got his own room. He won't stay in his room. This is some chaos. We split them up. It was a big drama between me and the man babe because he was working from home at the time and wanted his own office. And I was like, I'm sorry, kids come first. Oops. Hello. And so I put him in our room and he was mad about that. And then he quit that job and he moved on to another job. So whatever. Life is life. So, but my middle had an experience in the middle of the night where like everything was shaking. And so, he has some medical stuff. He has potential silent seizures, but it hasn't happened since. And we've never caught him having a seizure. And the testing that we did last summer never showed that.
Right.
And he's not taking medication or anything like that. So he's been sleeping on the couch for like months now. Since before school got out.
Really?
Yes, and then I asked my older one, here's when it gets creepy. I asked my older one who had been in that room before, because we've played musical rooms around my house. You came over.
Been in each room.
Yeah, you came over for 4th of July to watch fireworks. And you saw that like I have yet again moved my fucking furniture.
Yeah.
all over the phone.
And you've changed it out. Like, and I saw you had something posted on Facebook for sale. And I'm like, what the hell is she buying now?
I sold like a console table or something that I got. I am no longer, side note, I am no longer buying used furniture because energy from the previous owner or owners will come with it. And I've saged my used furniture, but I have to tell you, after we got a lazy boy that came with actual still popcorn inside of it from the little old lady that used to eat popcorn and watch movies in it. And I thought she was still alive, but apparently when my number 2 dog sat and started barking at the empty chair after I got out of the shower, I was like, get that fucker out of my house now. Not the dog, the fucking chair.
The old bitch.
Get the old bitch out of my house. So, but I asked so roundabout, look, ADHD, probably undiagnosed. Come back to my first. I asked him, I said, you've been in that room before. Have you had this shaking experience? And, he said, yes, it happened all the time.
Is that why you asked me to look to see if there was any kind of historical data on? I can't find anything. I mean, I'm sure there's something out there, but I don't know where to go about getting it, honestly.
So this is where my Dr. Doom and Gloom brain goes. I'm like,
this is why we need Missy.
No, I know, but there's a sinkhole. Like, I was worried that there was a sinkhole, but it only is that one room. And sometimes my number 1 said, it's happened a little bit in that front room that he's in, but not as often as it had happened in the room that my middle is in right now.
Okay, wait, where's the middle one? So is the middle one, who's in the room with the bathroom?
That's
number 3?
Yeah. So it's not that one. It's the front 2 rooms. It's your music room. That's the one that vibrates. Previous music.
My den.
That it's your den. It's your den.
My den.
Now that you're all divorced.
The game room.
It's the game room.
It's not even my room. It's the kids' room. It's number 1 in Pam and Jim's room.
Yeah, good. Oh, they have the suite then. They've got the bedroom. They got the 2 rooms in the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she does her homework in there. So
yeah, it's a great room, but that's the room that vibrates. So I was thinking there's a sinkhole underneath my house. So, because Florida is known for having that.
No, that's in my front yard, but go ahead.
Right. And then my husband's like, or the man babe was like, what if it's the HVAC system? I'm like, if the fucking HVAC system is vibrating a whole room, waking our kids up nonstop, I mean, I think we might want to investigate that a little bit.
Wait, could it be the plumbing?
The plumbing in like the ceiling?
Oh, is it coming from the ceiling?
No, all of our plumbing is in the ceiling. You know that, right?
It?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, most of our plumbing is in the ceiling. And then it drops down. Yeah, I mean, like
the shit travels up and then it goes out and down. How is that even?
I thought so. I don't know. I could have that wrong. All right, we'll have to get a plumber on.
Okay, so does it like make noise? Like,
I've never experienced it. I thought maybe it was sleep paralysis. I don't know. I mean, he won't sleep in there. I ended up getting him.
We just had a plumbing thing in that bathroom. Because we have twin houses.
Yes, I know.
Yes, so it's nothing beats a Trevi. Yes. So it's in the same bathroom. Like that would be on that side of the house.
Yes. I don't know so this is what we did. I bought him a new desk because he needs a new desk. He's going to middle school for gaming and homework.
Right.
He's transitioning into middle school situation. And then I got him
manhood.
I know he's got a loft style bed, right? So that there's more room because the rooms are small. So I ended up getting him a platform bed with like a mattress. So man babe's going to stay in we're going to get him back in his room before the school year starts in a couple weeks. And, or actually when
you're going to get number 2 back in his room.
I'm going to get my middle back in his own room. Actually, school will start when this launches. So it will be like the week that school starts.
Yeah.
And because that's our anniversary.
Yay. Can't believe it. It's already 2 years. Can't believe school's already starting. But anyway, go ahead.
I know, right? Okay. So we're going to put the man babe in with him and just stay in there for a little while just to see so that
man babe is going to stay in there with him.
So he'll stay in the twin bed underneath the loft, and then the middle or number 2 will stay in the loft. So that way, at least a grown up can,
don't conceal your excitement.
I want my own room. I had a conversation with my sister-in-law